Shalom, peace and blessings. This is Sophia of the AmaruKhan Band of Indians, your friendly neighborhood Shuman, and we're here with our astroterography Tree of Life yearly progressions predictions video, or not predictions, but dang, I had a nice name for it in the last video. This is my second time recording this video, and I forgot what it was I was calling it, but this is the transit report for this particular transit we have coming up. And what it is we're into the sun energy, which is going to last from July the 1st to August the 6th. This is the pre-video, and there'll be a post video sometime around August the 2nd or 3rd to see how this energy actually played out. Got to reflect back to see if it's accurate. So the energy that is actually assigned to the planet right now, based on the Tree of Life progressions and predictions video that I did on January the 1st, or posted on January the 1st using that chart, we are in sun energy. And the sun is in this chart is in the Three of Pentacles, which is good results, teamwork, good results and teamwork. So this is also a very religious sort of quiet religiosity card. This is, looks like they're inside of a church. It's very respectable, but they're working together, working on a project, right? And the money is there, and there's no worry. So that's the energy that's assigned to the planet. Again, this is not bad energy at all. However, in order to make the most of this energy, you want to transmute it. So you want to transmute the energy. It's somehow in the transmutation of the energy, it makes it more potent, which is why they don't want us to transmute energy, because they know that transmuted energy is more potent than the energy that's assigned. And it's like it enhances it because we're putting our energy and our effort. We're co-creating, right? Co-creating with the creator what is going on. And so he's assigned this energy, and we're co-creating by providing equal and opposite energy, and the equal opposite energy to the Three of Pentacles is the Three of Cups, which is gratitude and happiness. So as you can see, it's three people celebrating, and it's a much more informal setting. They look like they're at a party, whereas the first one, obviously they look like they're in a church or something. These ones look like they're at a party. Now, I had said at the beginning of the year that this time period, July the 1st to August the 6th, would be a great time to celebrate the holidays and get together with family and friends and plan something good for your family and all that kind of stuff. I still stand by that, and even more so now, seeing that this is the transmuted energy of this Three of Pentacles, being this Three of Cups. So that is real. That was really accurate advice I had given at the beginning of the year, and circling back around to it with this transmutation energy is correct. So in our yearly progressions chart, which is the chart of the first of the year that I used in the video, we have the 10th house, which is this Three of Cups energy in Cancer. So it's also no coincidence that we're by this time we'll be in Cancer season, and the way to transmute the energy is through Cancer. It's also no coincidence at the end of this, by the end of this transit, we'll be in Leo, and the energy that's assigned here is the sun. So I didn't plan this. There's no way I could have. I'm just following along random instructions I'm being given. Like, there's no way I could have planned this. So you have both sun and moon energy together, which is unbelievable. Especially it being this transmuted energy specifically being Cancer. Like, this is every year during this time. Like whoever astralized the United States chart, or even the Gregorian chart, they made it so that during this part of the year, these energies would line up for everybody. Like this is no coincidence. This is trying to align certain energies so that things can be done well. So this is a great energy that's coming in, and great energy that we can transmute it with. So what does that look like? The Cancer in the 10th house is about being compassionate and forgiving, and also following your emotions. So we want to, if we get the feeling to go and celebrate, we should celebrate. If we, want to know if we should have compassion on certain family members or friends who may be coming around now or having a hard time, we should do that. We need to lead with our emotions. This whole Cancer season is about leading with emotions. That's why it's so much sun. It's much easier to lead with your emotions when the sun is out. It's much harder when the sun is not shining. So if any time is a time of year to go with your emotions and to go with the flow, this is it. Now, as I mentioned in the other video, I'm already experiencing this energy. And I'll tell you how it's already starting to show up. Last night, my kids and I went to hear a band play, and the band was made up of members from the school, teachers. It's a teacher's band, and he invited his theater kids to come out and hear the band. And I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing. So we went out, and it was a really good time, and it was socializing. This is not something I do, like, period. Go out, hear people's bands, like, not in Florida. I mean, when I was in Maryland, all the time, because who wouldn't go to the go-go? But not in Florida to hear a rock band, sort of outside of my wheelhouse. But I got the feeling to go. I got the inclination. I took my oldest two children. I left the baby, and we went to hear the band, and we got some chicken tenders, and it was a good time of celebrating. In this case, it was specifically 3 women. We literally each had a cup. Like, they got soda, I got a drink. It was a really, really good, and we were sitting at a table together. Like, if I had thought about this, we could have did this pose. So to me, this energy is already starting to come in because we're already in Cancer season. So I'm already starting to feel it. It's that's how the energy is. Once you identify the inverse, you know what I mean? Like, hey, does that mean I'm not going to church this morning? No, I'm getting ready to go to church as we speak. You know what I mean? So it's not neglecting my spiritual health and well-being, but it's also not neglecting when I get the feeling to go out and, support somebody's band, or, congregate with some people and have a good time. I'm not ignoring that either. So I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit, to me, it seems like this energy is just you're going to have to turn off your logical mind and just really go with your feelings. And if you haven't been practicing that all year, because I've been talking about this, like, you're going to have a hard time, because if you're trying to logicize things now when you're supposed to be feeling things, it's going to create some problems. I do know a lot of people who are doing this, and I don't know how to suggest to them that they start going with their emotions, but it's impossible for certain people to learn the easy way without pain and suffering. And me personally, I'm not willing to go through any pain and suffering and no trauma to learn a lesson. And if I need to learn the lesson of the 3 of Pentacles, which is good results and teamwork, and I have to do it through gratitude and happiness, I mean, this seems pretty straightforward on how to do this, but there are a lot of people out there who want things to be difficult. They want the system to collapse. They want everything to be gone. They want things to be starting over. And I just don't know why they would want that, given that we have the opportunity to actually infuse our energy into the system and make it work the way that the Most High intended it to work, not the way that their energy is only more powerful than our energy because we're not asserting ourselves. If we stood up and asserted ourselves and said, no, we're not actually going to stand for the way that you all are doing this system, and not with standing up and protesting and all of that, what are these people? They have happiness and gratitude in a time when everyone else is solemn and searching, they're having happiness and gratitude. And it's in a time when people are seeing good results for their work. I mean, this also reminds me of the whole Jonah sign thing, right? Because if you remember, Jonah was pissed because the people of Nineveh repented. So if we see these people repenting in droves, are you going to be happy and welcome them in, or are you going to be disappointed? Because the whole idea is that they may do, like, I know for a fact they're going to do something to get people to repent and realize, oh my gosh, we were wrong. You know why I know that? Because I just saw a little blurb from Snopes that said that Trump did not say that all the people in Charlottesville were fine people. It's called the fine people hoax. That's the way the people on the right refer to it, because he didn't say that. He literally didn't say that. But then the media went on for months and years and even till today saying that he said all the people there, including the neo-Nazis and the KKK, was fine people, when he never said that. Like he just didn't. That's just not what happened. And Snopes, you could go and check it if you're anti-Trump. Go and check it. Snopes just reported that he didn't say that. 8 years later. What is that? So again, if these people repent and they start to do the right thing, are you going to be happy? I mean, it would give me no short of great joy to see the media report things correctly and to decide to be righteous. I would be excited, because then we could have something. This thing could go somewhere. Do I think that they deserve to just be righteous without no kind of punishment? Absolutely not. But it's not up to me to decide who deserves what. Would I rather have a functioning country than an unfunctioning country? Absolutely. I'd rather have a functioning country. You can't have a functioning country without a functioning media. And if they decide that they're going to report things accurately for these 36 days to piss off the right, and to piss off the left, because a lot of people on the left have no idea what's true because they've been told nothing but lies for the last 8 years. So if they, for example, all of a sudden get told the truth, and they're now, the media, it goes on, a tirade of reporting how Nancy Pelosi and Muriel Bowser refused to bring in the National Guard, and Trump had to get permission to bring in the National Guard, and he asked them for permission to bring in the National Guard, but they refused. Nancy Pelosi, who's in charge of security for the Congress, and Muriel Bowser, who's the mayor of DC, they refused to bring in the National Guard even after several letters were sent to them saying, please deploy the National Guard. They refused. And so if the media starts all of a sudden reporting that as a fact, which is true and is proven over and over again, would I be, disappointed that the media is somehow doing the right thing? Absolutely not. I want them to do I want everybody to do the right thing, because part of this thing is you follow your emotions. I saw something that said, do the right thing. Where does it say? It says the natives, the people who have displacement, are never ambitious just because, no matter how much they would like to be. Instead, they're ambitious for the reason that it makes them and others feel good. If they're just doing it because they want to have, somebody watch their shows, and they have to tell the truth in order to get somebody to watch their shows, I'm not mad at that. Tell the truth so somebody will watch your shows. Tell the truth so that you can get some viewers. That's probably a good thing. More than likely. That's positive for our country. And I'm only saying in terms of our country because the 4th of July is right in the middle of this. You know what I mean? Like, you can't pretend like, oh, the 4th of July is not right in the middle. No, the 4th of July is dead set in the middle of this. And we know that there's a lot of it's also right before the 8/8 portal, which that energy coming up in the next is going to be totally different. Like, it's best to get all the good times in that you can right now, because the next energy coming in is going to be far more difficult than this. Actually, the next energy is the Ten of Swords. And that means all of the goodwill that people have built up during this time is probably going to be destroyed. So you want to have this as your highlight of your year, as what you remember. Plus, it's the summer. We're still in the longest days of the year. It's still sunny and beautiful out. Yeah, it's going to be a little hot, but this is the time when the sun is shining, and it's shining in the longest way possible. And we're in Cancer season, which is all about good vibes, good emotions, vacations and stuff like that. This is the best way to use this energy, not to be caught up on, tradition and, oh, we have to do this a certain way. It has to be done a certain way. Don't be Jonah, man. Don't be Jonah and disappointed when people come to their senses during this time period. If you were exposed to copious amounts of sun after being exposed to copious amounts of dark, you would also come to your senses and say, man, what I did was really bad, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Do I anticipate going to my family reunion and people apologizing to me? 100%. And I'm going to be mad at that? Absolutely not. Not mad at all. Actually, I'll be grateful. I will be grateful, because I would much rather have family members who are happy to see me than ones that are suffering over what they've done to me. That's just me. I work with these energies all the time, and I don't have a problem with changing my mind. And Virgo is mutable energy. Scorpio is water. So I have no problem with changing my mind to reflect how the person is treating me. I've done all the interior work to forgive myself for whatever it was that these people have done, not just family members, friends, and everyone else. I've done all the internal work to forgive myself. Now I'm ready to, celebrate this forgiveness. And that's how we could and should be looking at it. Like, again, I put this information out here. I've been telling people, get your charts done. You need to be working on yourself. You don't have time to be worried about what anybody else is doing. Basically, by the time you worry about yourself and your community that's close to you and then your skin folk, you don't have time to be worried about nobody else. Honestly, there's just no time for that. And so some people may have heeded my, thing and joined our lunar working group and really dug deep on themselves, and some people didn't. And the ones who didn't, this is going to be a very difficult time for you. You're going to be expecting people to hold grudges, and you're going to be just like Jonah. This is, again, another Jonah sign. Like, I don't know how many Jonah signs the Roman Christians need to have before they realize what's going on, but here's another Jonah sign. Like, people are going to be expecting trouble and turmoil and destruction, and people are going to ask for forgiveness and tell the truth. And you should be happy and grateful for that. Happiness and gratitude is what is going to be the best response for you to utilize this Three of Pentacles energy. Pentacles energy is still material wealth. Your material wealth comes from these relationships, this hard work, this teamwork, whatever. So your financial abundance is going to come through this, but it's only going to come when you are happy and grateful for what the people do. Nineveh was saved because Jonah went and preached to them. That means all the abundance of Nineveh was saved. Now, if the Most High can save Nineveh by sending a prophet, why can't he save America by sending a prophet? Y'all don't want to apply to Bible stories like this. I get it. I totally get it. But this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm channeling. People are going to start repenting for their behavior and begging for forgiveness and doing the right thing. And we should be happy and grateful for that. And if you are not happy and grateful for that, you are going to end up like Jonah, who basically, sat under a tree, and Most High gave him another opportunity to be grateful, and he didn't do it. He was just ungrateful. So if you can't get with this energy and you're going to be in this ungrateful Jonah energy, that's cool. That's fine. That's your choice. I support you in whatever choice you make. But some of us are going to be grateful for whatever happens. It's going to be a lot of great things that happen. A lot of mistakes are going to be corrected. And we should be, like I said, happy and grateful for that. Not sad and upset that people who did us wrong aren't suffering. I don't want anyone to suffer, whether they did me wrong or not. Suffering is unnecessary. It's hard to learn lessons through suffering. I think suffering is the worst way to learn lessons. And I know people think, oh, you have to suffer and that's how you learn. No, I think that's the worst way to learn lessons. The worst way to learn lessons is through suffering. Yeshua taught people lessons through healing. So why not learn the lessons through the healing and not through the suffering? Just my suggestion. Take it or leave it, like it or lump it, whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just making it. So I hope that this reaches everyone well. Keep an eye out for the daily transmutation reports. I do know that I am shadow banned, so they're also on my astroterography channel. You might be able to get the notifications from there if you're not getting notifications from me here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, on 8/8, our mystery school will be launching, so keep eyes and ears out for that. Pray and see if that's something you might be interested in. And we'll talk about how that's going to work a little bit later. But for now, that's what's going on. So shalom, peace and blessings to each one of you, and we'll see you in the next video.